Welcome to your yoga practice. I just realized my bell is still packed up from my outdoor class yesterday, so we will just drop in. Let's chant a round of Om. Used to do that, beginning and ending with it, so we'll go ahead and bring our hands together at our heart. Sitting comfortably tall, let yourself take a full breath in, and let that breath go. Breathing in for one hum or vibration of Om. And we can keep our hands at the heart space. Maybe drop your chin towards your chest, bowing your head to your heart. Here we'll enjoy several deep, full, and expansive rounds of breath. Let this filling up action and letting go be a representation and reminder that in life we can fill up and nourish, but we also have to let go. We cannot hold our breath forever. Staying here a few more breaths, letting the breath be our meditation. And keeping your hands as they are or dropping them onto your lap. Take a moment to notice your seat, your hips, the parts of you connected to the ground if you're seated. And then we'll start to rock the pelvis, really small movements, like a miniature cat and cow flexion of the spine. So kind of rocking back and forward. And then come back to stillness. On an inhale, let's stretch our arms up, reach up as high as you can. And then exhale, tilt over to your right side. You could drop the right hand down as you pull the left arm up and over. And then return your attention to your seat, the parts of you connected to the ground. Breathing, let's slowly drop the left hand towards the ground. It could land on your right leg. So we're in a little bit of a rounded and side folded shape here. Then slowly sit up tall. Go ahead and turn this into a twist to the right. And release to center. Inhale, stretch your arms up. Exhale, tilt over to the other side, your left side. You could drop the left hand down. As you breathe, notice your sitting bones, the hips, the parts of you connected to the ground. Breathing, gentle engagement of your core. Slowly rotate a little bit more, like a twist to the left, dropping your right arm or hand down. And breathing slowly, go ahead and prop yourself up. Turn this into a proper twist to the left. And then release, facing forward. Let's go ahead and come to stand on the knees. We'll be here for just a little bit. Tracy, this will be familiar. And so if you've got a folded blanket, you could put that under your knees. That can be helpful. And then stretch your right leg out. You might bring your hands to the ground to help you balance, planting the right foot on the ground. Inhale, stretch your arms up, reach up as high as you can. Exhale, hinge over to the right. So if anyone made it to my sunset yoga class last night, we played with this, but here we can slow it down and really breathe into it. So we're rooting our left knee down into the ground. You can imagine lengthening your low back. You might try hooking your thumbs, pulling the arms up and over. Another idea is to interlace your hands behind your head. There you could feel more of a pec stretch on the left side. And if the shoulders are tired or don't like this, you can drop your arms down, bring your hands to your hips. Couple more breaths. And then bring yourself back up to center. Hands to the ground in front of you now. So walk your hands forward, and it's like we're in a puppy pose, but with the right leg stretched out. So look for a stretch on the upper inner right thigh. Again, I'll read our little quote or line. You might close your eyes and enjoy several deep, full, expansive rounds of breath. Let this filling up action and letting go be a representation and reminder that in life we can fill up and nourish, but we also have to let go. We cannot hold our breath forever. Let's turn this forward folding gate pose into a twist. So we're just adding on more and more. Let's try reaching the right arm up and then exhale, thread the needle, right shoulder towards the ground. We might not make it to the ground. We'll just be here for a breath. And then inhale, right arm up to the sky. Exhale, set your right hand down. Let's try it the other side. Inhale, left arm up to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle, left shoulder towards the center of your space. And on an inhale, left hand up to the sky. Exhale, set your left hand down. Walk your hands back towards your left knee and then come to stand up. Stand up on your left knee. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hinge to the right side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, bring your left hand to the ground on your left side. Stretch your right arm alongside your head. It's like extended side angle, but low to the ground. Press your hips forward. Maybe sweep that top arm in a big circle. You can stay here or see about lifting your right leg parallel to the earth. And maybe then you bend your right knee, really kick the foot back in space. Your right hand might be able to catch your right foot or pant leg, or maybe you choose to pet your cat instead. Hi, Toby. If you catch your right foot or ankle, try to press your hips forward as you kick your hand into your leg, or kick your leg into your hand. My goodness. All right, slowly set your right foot down again. Rise back up to gate pose. Big inhale. Exhale one more time. Fold over to your right side. Come back to center. Engage your core. Really pull your arms up and see if you can pull that right leg in, standing on both knees. Inhale. Exhale, shift your weight into your right leg. See if you can kick that left foot out to the ground. We can always bring our hands to the ground to get us there. Then we'll meet, arms stretched up. Inhale. Exhale, hinge over to your left side now, over that long leg. Breathing, remember we can interlace our hands behind our head if that feels better. Imagine lengthening your low back a little, pressing your hips forward, lifting your heart. Wonderful. Breathe yourself back to center. Stretch your arms up. Exhale, hands to the ground. Then walk your hands forward, coming into this puppy pose variation. Left leg stretched out. So looking for a stretch in the left upper thigh area. And maybe you're finding a nice one through the chest as well. We can keep the top of the right foot rooting down, giving us some stability. And again, enjoy several deep, full, expansive rounds of breath. The filling up and letting go can remind us that in life we can fill up and nourish ourselves, but we still have to let go. All right, one more slow breath in and out. Walk your hands back a little bit. Inhale, lift your left arm up to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle to the right side, dropping your left shoulder as close to the ground as it'll go for a breath. Inhale, unwind left arm up to the sky. Exhale, set your left hand down, other side. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Exhale, thread the needle, right shoulder towards the center of your space. Another slow and full round of breath. And then we'll inhale, pressing into the left hand, reaching the right hand up to the sky. Exhale, set the right hand down, walk your hands towards your right leg, and then rise up again. Big breath in. Exhale, hinge over to the left side, Aparigraha gate pose. Breathing, we'll come back to center, then cartwheel your hands over to the right side. We'll keep the left foot grounded to begin with, stretching the left arm alongside your head. Press your hips forward. Notice where you feel a stretch through that left side body, maybe the hip and belly muscles. And breathing, maybe you start to lift your left foot off of the ground. You could float the leg here, big muscle workout, or you can bend your left knee, kicking the foot towards the hip. Maybe your left hand comes back and catches foot, ankle, pant leg. If you make contact, try to kick or push your foot into your hand. So we could be arching our spine a bit here. Just another breath. And then we'll release, set your left foot down. Breathe and rise back up. Exhale, hinge over to your left side. Inhale, come back to center. Keep reaching up. See if you can draw your left knee back to the ground. Standing on both knees, one more inhale. Sweep your arms back in space. Eventually bring the tops of your hands or the palms of your hands to your low back and then slide them down. So we're trying to lengthen our low back. Press your hips forward, lift your heart. Take a little camel pose. So shoulder blades sliding together. Chin might lift towards the sky. And then come back to neutral. Stay just as you are, or come to sit on your heels for a moment. From however you are, give yourself a twist to the right side. Stay for a breath. Coming back through center, then twist to the other side. Come back to center. All right, if there's been a blanket under your knees, we can set that aside. And then we'll meet in downward facing dog. So finding your big triangle shape. As you get there, some people like to settle in stillness. Some people like to move around. Go with whatever feels most natural to you. And then after another breath or so, let's switch it up and do the opposite. So if it's natural for you to move around a little, see how it feels to settle in for a couple of breaths and vice versa. One more breath. Bring your feet out as wide as the mat, then pivot your heels in a bit. Bend the knees like a little frog, then walk your hands back, dropping your hips down as far as they go. Don't worry about how far that is. You could keep your hands on the ground or bring them to your heart. Maybe it makes sense that you're using your elbows and triceps to kind of push the knees and thighs back and away from you a bit. Another breath. And then hands to the ground, lift your hips forward, fold at the back of the mat. Pivot on your heels so your toes point forward again. Soft knees, slowly stretching out the hamstrings here. You could grab opposite elbows and sway. If you grabbed opposite elbows, go ahead and release. Bring your hands to the tops of your feet, then slowly rise up, dragging your hands up your body, eventually reaching your hands up to the sky, and then floating the arms down. Shift your weight into your left leg, and we're going to very slowly walk to the top of the mat. Your choice though, maybe you lift the right knee up towards your chest, kick it back, so passing through warrior three. Rise back up, right knee towards your chest, then step the right foot forward. Just playing with that. You can, of course, skip that and just slowly, slowly walk towards the top of your mat. Keeping pace with us, if you are playing with this, lifting the left knee, maybe hinging forward, kicking the left foot back in space, just passing through warrior three, then coming back upright, drawing the left knee up towards your chest, any amount, stepping the left foot to the ground. One more time each side. Left leg carrying your weight, right leg lifting any amount, maybe kicking back in space any amount. Returning upright, right knee to the chest, right foot to the ground. Right leg carries the weight, left knee up towards your chest. Kick the left foot back in space. Rise back up, left knee towards chest, and then left foot on the ground. Standing tall here and taking a few breaths. One more. And if you like using blocks for your flow and your lizard poses, then you might want those at the top of your mat. And when you're ready, inhale to reach up. Exhale to fold down. The knees can always be soft as we do this. Inhale, lifting up halfway. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to fold down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. Your hands can land on blocks or the ground. Step your right foot straight back in space. Let's drop the right knee, untuck the toes. Imagine pushing your hips forward and down to the ground. And then imagine squeezing your legs towards each other so the hips will probably lift up and back a bit. Press into your left foot. See if you can stack your shoulders over your hips, reaching your arms up. Breathing, then once more we'll sink the hips, pressing them forward and down. Imagine squeezing the legs together. And one more time, sink down into the hips. Bring your hands to the ground, tuck the right toes, find your plank pose. Inhaling. Exhale. Your choice. On the next exhale, you might come to downward facing dog. Or if you want a flow, then inhale forward on your toes. Exhale, bend the elbows a little, untuck the toes. Inhale, straighten out those elbows, lift your heart and gaze, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Another option is always to come to tabletop or child's pose. We've got about 3 more breaths. From your downward facing dog, inhale forward to plank pose. Draw the right knee to your right elbow, then right knee to left elbow. And then we'll set the right hip down. Stretch your left leg back and then pull your left arm up alongside your ear. Might feel like more of something to drop your right forearm to the block or ground. We're trying to get a big stretch through the left side body. And then take a twist, dropping your torso to the ground. I know this might be weird, but we'll go ahead and see if we can bring our chest towards the ground. Look for a stretch in the outer left hip and low back area. Just another breath or so. And then put your hands back on the ground. We'll press ourselves right up to downward facing dog. And then walk the feet up to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale to lift up halfway. Exhale to fold down. Inhale to rise up. And exhale, hands to your heart. We'll pause here. You could drop your arms by your side. Try and notice your left low back and hip area compared to your right low back and hip area. And then on an inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, fold to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down, hands on the blocks or ground. Step your left foot straight back in space. Then drop your left knee, untuck the toes. Imagine pressing your hips forward and down. And imagine squeezing your thighs together so the hips lift and press back a bit. Press your hips forward and down again. And squeeze the legs together. This time, maybe you stack your shoulders over your hips, reaching up to the sky. Breathing. Option to then press your hips forward and down again. Imagine squeezing your legs together. So then we'll lift up out of that hip joint. One more time, sink down into it. Press your hips forwards and down. And then hands to the ground, tuck your left toes, find plank pose. Again, you can go from plank right into downward facing dog, or on your next inhale, shift forward on your tiptoes. Exhale, bend your elbows a little, lower down, untuck your toes. Inhale, straighten the arms, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. A couple of breaths here. You could also take a break. From down dog, inhale, shift forward to plank pose. Pull the left knee towards your left elbow, and then to the right elbow, left elbow, right elbow. Then set your left hip down, stretching your right leg back. Stretch your right arm up alongside your head, and then maybe lower down to your left forearm. After a breath or so, go ahead and take a little twist so that you can try to get your torso down to the ground. Stretch your right leg back really actively. One more breath here. Trying to get into some deep abdominal and low back muscles. And then we'll plant our hands, make our way back to downward facing dog. Walk or hop yourself to the top of your mat. Inhale to lift up halfway. Exhale to fold down. And inhale to rise up. Exhale your hands to your heart. Good. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to fold down. Hands on blocks or ground. We'll step the right foot back in space. Shimmy the left foot out to the edge of the mat. Lizard pose. So your hands can stay under your shoulders on blocks or ground. Or you could lower down to one or both forearms. You could always drop that back knee. You could also bend the knee and add a quad stretch. So give yourself what you need here. We'll stay for about 4 slow breaths. Halfway there. And we'll release, bringing your right toes to the ground if they're not already there. Plant your hands, and we're going to take a giant step up to the top of the mat. So big step, right foot coming up to the top. Forward folding. On an inhale, lift up halfway, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Then exhale, fold back down, hands on blocks or ground. Step your left foot back. Shimmy the right foot to the edge of the mat. So we're coming right into lizard pose on the other side. You might try doing what you did on the first side and then adjust as needed. In lizard pose, we're getting a stretch on the upper inner thigh of the bent leg. Getting a stretch through the hip flexors at the very least on the left side. If you bend your knee, pulling the foot towards the hip, then we're also getting a quad stretch. A few more slow, full breaths. Notice what else you're feeling. Notice, is it a purely physical feeling or is it also emotional? One more breath. And we'll carefully bring the left toes to the ground if they're not there already. With a giant breath in, step your left foot up to the top of the mat. That's a big move. Do what it takes to get there. Inhale, lift up halfway again. Exhale, fold down, and then we'll inhale, taking a full body stretch, reaching up to the sky. Maybe come up to your toes, maybe stretch side to side. Then when you're ready, stand tall. Pausing here, kind of an upright Shavasana for a moment, just noticing what you're feeling and where. And then we'll slowly come down to our seat and roll down to our spine. When you get there, stretch your legs long. And let your body relax as best you can into the ground, just letting yourself be supported by whatever is beneath you. And see if you can sense the space around you. Every breath in, we're nourishing ourselves. Every breath out, we're letting go. Let this filling up and letting go action be a representation and a reminder that in life we can fill up and nourish, but we also have to let go. We cannot hold our breath forever. As you're ready, you can release your Shavasana and make your way back up to an easy seat. As you arrive, give yourself a few breaths of acknowledging how you feel after your efforts. Let's draw the hands together at the heart. Again, give yourself a bow, an acknowledgement and appreciation of the time that you are committing to your well-being, knowing that when we take care of ourselves, then we are more available to take care of the world around us, to be of service. If you'd like to close by chanting Om, we'll take a big breath in. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace to all. Thank you for being here and sharing your time. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow.